10 people died, hundreds were injured, and Travis Scott kept performing. November 5, 2021, Astroworld Festival, Houston, Texas. Crowd crush that became national tragedy. But here's what most don't know. Criminally, no indictment, no charges, nothing. Grand jury declined to pursue case. So if law says he's not guilty, why does this story still haunt us? Because truth is more complicated than guilty or innocent. This isn't hit piece. This isn't defense. This is full picture. Nobody wants to talk about honestly. Travis Scott built empire on chaos. Rager culture, mosh pits, crowd surges, part of brand, part of experience, part of what fans paid for. But when does spectacle become dangerous? When does energy become negligence? And who's actually responsible when things go wrong? The artist, the promoter, the venue, the system? We're breaking down timeline, warnings that came before, night, everything collapsed. Lawsuits, money, comeback, all of it. Because it's time to be honest about Travis Scott. Not villain version, not victim version, real version. An answer might be more disturbing than you think.
Where did it all start?
It started on fucking 2026 Waterfall Drive, man. My mom's house, my dad's house. I turned my bedroom into a full-blown studio. Like, fuck the bed, fuck everything, man. Like, I slept in a chair. You know, she was just like real, you know?
I just dropped this free album.
Now, what's with this free album, man? You just want to give away free music?
I mean, I just thought like it was like at a point where I'm about to drop my album called Rodeo. So I just wanted to like instill like, the sound of like, kind of like tell people like what my album's gonna feel like and like the story, the pre-story to it,
Before Astroworld 2021, there was a brand, carefully crafted identity. Travis Scott didn't just make music, he built a world. Started with deals, big ones, Epic Records, GOOD Music, with Kanye West, T.I.'s label. By 2012, Travis had industry backing most rappers never get. Then came albums, Rodeo, Birds in the Trap, Sing McKnight. Each one darker, more atmospheric, cinematic. But 2018 changed everything. Astroworld the album, not just music, cultural moment. Sicko Mode became inescapable. Rollout included Netflix documentary, festival in Houston, merchandise drops that sold out instantly. This wasn't just rap, this was experience, brand, lifestyle, and at center, chaos. Travis called it rhymer culture, mosh pits, crowd surges, jumping barricades, breaking rules. That was appeal, energy, danger. He encouraged it, built image around it, told fans ignore security, go wild, rage. It worked. His 2018-2019 Astroworld tour grossed over $60 million, sold 800,000 tickets. Then came Fortnite, virtual concert watched by millions. Travis became more than rapper, cultural force, spectacle-driven, larger than life. But here's the thing about building brand on chaos. Eventually, chaos doesn't stay controlled. Same energy that made him star created a pattern, dangerous one. Warning signs were there, years before Astroworld, but nobody wanted to look closely because spectacle was too profitable, brand was too big, and chaos, that was just part of show, until it wasn't. Because those warning signs, they were impossible to ignore.
So I'm letting you know right now, if you're not trying to mosh, if you're not trying to crowd surf, if you want to just stand and see if this shit gonna be lit, please get the fuck out!
The chaos wasn't new, it was documented, warned about, punished. Years before Astroworld, 2015, Lollapalooza, Chicago, Travis encouraged fans to jump barricades, ignore security, rush stage. Chaos erupted. He was arrested. Later pleaded guilty to reckless conduct, got court supervision. Should have been warning enough. It wasn't. 2017, Terminal 5, New York. Video shows Travis telling fan to jump from balcony, crowd surged, fan named Kyle Green fell, was paralyzed. He sued, claimed Travis's encouragement caused injuries.
Turn the lights on. I see you, boy. You gonna do it. Give me 18 real quick. They gonna catch you. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. 5, 4, yeah! 18!
Lawsuit alleged surging crowd and Travis's instructions led to fall. That wasn't all. 2017, Arkansas. Another concert. Another riot. Travis pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct, paid restitution to injured people. Court costs too. 3 incidents, 3 years, 3 guilty pleas or lawsuits, all involving crowd safety, all involving Travis encouraging dangerous behavior. This wasn't accidental. This was pattern. Legal analysts later pointed to these moments, said they proved foreseeability, proved Travis knew his actions had consequences, knew crowds could get hurt, Knew chaos wasn't always controllable, but nothing changed. Shows continued. Rhymer brand grew stronger. Fans still rushed stages, still jumped barricades, still got hurt, and Travis kept performing, kept encouraging it, kept building empire on that energy. Because here's brutal truth. Incidents were warnings, but warnings only matter if someone listens. And when chaos is profitable, when it's part of brand, when fans expect it, warnings get ignored until something catastrophic happens. And November 5th, 2021, that's exactly what happened. The night everything went wrong.
What went wrong at the Astroworld Music Festival? An estimated 50,000 people at the sold-out event, the crowd pushing forward during the performance by rapper Travis Scott.
Stop the show! Stop the show!
At one point, the crowd chanting, "Stop the show," as an injured person lay on the ground.
We need somebody to help him. Somebody passed out right here. Somebody passed out right here. Hold on, don't touch him, don't touch him. Everybody just back up.
November 5, 2021, NRG Park, Houston. 50,000 people packed into festival grounds. Travis Scott was headlining. What happened next was captured in timestamps, official logs, medical reports, 70-minute descent into chaos, 9:11 p.m. Houston Fire Department logs report, barricade breach, fans rushing through security, crushing toward stage, 9:00 p.m. First crush injury reported, someone getting squeezed, unable to breathe, medics responding, 9:30 p.m. Travis takes stage, crowd surges forward, more people compressed, bodies pressed together, no room to move, no room to breathe. 9:38 p.m. Mass casualty event declared. HETSFD logs mark it officially. This is no longer crowd control. This is disaster. But show continues. Travis performs for 37 more minutes. People are dying in crowd. Medics trying to reach victims. Ambulances attempting to navigate through packed masses. Music doesn't stop. By time show ends, 10 people are dead, hundreds injured. Medical examiner later rules compression asphyxia, crushed to death. Suffocated in crowd. Youngest victim was 9 years old. Oldest was 27. This wasn't stampede, wasn't panic. It was physics. Too many people in too small space, bodies compressed so tightly, lungs couldn't expand, couldn't take in air, couldn't survive. Timeline is clear. Warnings were real time. Mass casualty declaration happened while Travis was still performing. So question becomes, who knew? Who could have stopped it? Who had power to end show? And why didn't they? Because that's where real story begins, in chaos of accountability.
While Travis Scott wasn't responsible for the conditions that caused the horrible crowd management and the crowd crushing, he had ample opportunity to pause the concert or stop the show altogether.
But clearly, if we look back at the video, there's no real curiosity on his part to understand the gravity of what's happening around him. And with this being his festival, he does have at least some level of obligation to want to know that, to be involved in understanding.
Here's where it gets complicated. Who actually had power to stop show? Answer isn't simple. Start with Live Nation, the promoter. They organized event, managed logistics, hired security, controlled crowd flow. They had authority, but did they use it? Then there's NRG Park, the venue, their property, their rules. They could shut down any event on their grounds. They had that power. Did they exercise it? And Travis Scott himself, the headliner, the artist, could he have stopped? Some say yes. He's on stage, sees crowd, controls performance. Others say no. Artists don't run security, don't manage crowd safety, don't have operational authority. That's promoter's job, venue's responsibility. This is where legal system comes in. Texas created multi-district litigation, MDL number 21233, consolidated all lawsuits into one massive case. Hundreds of plaintiffs, multiple defendants, Live Nation, Travis Scott, NRG Park, others. Legal question became, who had duty of care? Who breached that duty? Who was responsible? Answer according to courts, everyone and no one. Because here's truth about modern concerts, responsibility is diffused, spread across multiple entities. Artist performs, promoter manages, venue hosts, security enforces, medical responds. When everything works, everyone takes credit. When everything fails, everyone points fingers. Live Nation argued they had protocols. Travis argued he wasn't in charge of safety operations. Venue argued they followed procedures, but 10 people still died. Hundreds were still injured. So who's actually accountable? That's what lawsuits tried to determine. Billions in claims, thousands of plaintiffs, years of litigation, and answers. They came with price tag, massive one. Lawsuits came fast and big. Within weeks, filing started. $750 million. That was early number. One massive lawsuit seeking $750 million. But that was just beginning. More lawsuits followed. Mass injury claims, wrongful death suits. Numbers kept climbing. $2 billion in total claims. That's billion with B. Thousands of plaintiffs, all seeking accountability, compensation, answers. The defendants, Travis Scott, Live Nation, NRG Park, security companies, everyone involved. Here's what happened next. Settlements, quiet ones, confidential ones. By May 2024, all 10 wrongful death cases settled. 10 out of 10, every single family reached deal. But here's catch. Terms are sealed, confidential. Nobody knows how much was paid. Nobody knows who paid what. Families can't talk about it. Defendants won't discuss it. All locked behind legal agreements. But injury claims, those continued. Over 2,400 injury claims still pending as of mid-2024. People hurt in crush, traumatized by experience, seeking compensation for medical bills, therapy, trauma. Live Nation disclosed financial impact and SEC filings. Started with 126 filings. Started with $126 million accrual. Then increased to $280 million. That's how much they set aside for settlements and legal costs. But that's just Live Nation's portion. Travis Scott settled separately. Other defendants had own deals. Total cost? Unknown. Hidden in confidential agreements. This is how civil accountability works. Money changes hands. Victims get compensated. Defendants admit no wrongdoing. And public? We never know full truth. Just that it was expensive. Very expensive. But did it actually hurt Travis Scott's career? Did controversy damage his brand? The numbers tell surprising story. Here's where story gets uncomfortable. Did Astroworld actually damage Travis Scott's career? Answer is complicated. At first, yes, absolutely. Anheuser-Busch dropped his cacti brand. Seltzer deal gone. Dior postponed collaboration. High fashion stepping back. Coachella removed him from 2022 lineup. Major festival cancellation. Sponsors fled. Brands distanced. Backlash was real. Travis went quiet. No performances. No new music. No public appearances. Looked like career-ending damage. But then something shifted. Time passed. Lawsuits settled quietly. And Travis started comeback. 2023 Utopia album released. Debuted #1, sold 496,000 album equivalent units, 252,000 pure sales. Critics were mixed, but commercially, massive. Then came Circus Maximus Tour 2024. Numbers were shocking. $209, $3 million gross, 1.7 million tickets sold, 76 dates, according to Billboard Box Score. Milestone for solo rap touring. Think about that. 2 years after 10 people died at his festival, Travis grossed over $200 million on tour. Controversy didn't end career, barely slowed it down. So what does that tell us? That public memory is short? That fans separate art from tragedy? That controversy doesn't kill careers anymore? Maybe all of it. Live Nation's $280 million in settlements? Nothing compared to revenue Travis generates. Circus Maximus Tour alone nearly matched that figure. Brand survived, empire continued, and Travis, still one of biggest names in music. Financially, he recovered completely. But there's one more piece. Criminal case. Because civil settlements aren't same as criminal accountability. And that's where things get really interesting. December 2022, Harris County, Texas. Grand jury was convened. Their job? Decide if criminal charges should be filed against Travis Scott, against Live Nation, against anyone involved in Astroworld. This was moment everyone waited for. Would there be criminal accountability? Would someone face charges? Would this go to trial? Answer came back. No. No indictments. No criminal charges. Nothing. Grand jury declined to pursue case. Let that sink in. 10 people died. Hundreds injured. But criminally, nobody held responsible. Travis Scott's defense argued something crucial. He wasn't responsible for safety operations. That wasn't his job. He was performer, not event organizer, not security manager, not crowd control expert. He performed. That's it. And legally, they were right. Artists don't run venue safety, don't manage emergency protocols, don't control crowd capacity. That's on promoter, venue, security teams, people actually hired to keep crowds safe. So grand jury looked at evidence, reviewed timeline, heard testimony, and concluded no criminal liability. Not for Travis, not for Live Nation, not for anyone. This is crucial to understand. No criminal charges doesn't mean nobody was at fault. It means criminal standard wasn't met. Criminal cases require proof beyond reasonable doubt, require intent or gross negligence. Grand jury didn't find that. Civil cases? Different standard. Preponderance of evidence? More likely than not. That's why lawsuits settled. Money changed hands. Families compensated. But criminal court? That door closed. Permanently. So Travis Scott was never charged, never faced jury, never defended himself in criminal court, and never will. That part of story is over. But public perception? That's different battle. One he's still fighting. After Astroworld, Travis Scott needed to change narrative. Reamer brand had become toxic, associated with death, tragedy, lawsuits, so Reamer began. Project Heal was announced. Mental health initiative focused on youth, safety, prevention. Messaging was clear. Travis cares. Travis wants to help. Travis learned, but was it genuine or damage control? That's question everyone asked. Then came safety signaling. 2022, Coney Island, one of first performances after Astroworld. Travis Travis paused show, told crowd to follow security protocols, made visible effort to show he cared about safety, instructed fans to make space, listen to staff, stay safe. Optics were intentional. This wasn't old Travis. This was new Travis. Responsible, cautious, aware. He returned to awards shows, performed at events, but always with same messaging. Safety first. Crowd control matters. He's paying attention. Critics called it performative. Too little, too late. 10 people died, and now he's pretending to care. Supporters said people deserve second chances. He's trying to do better. Redemption is possible. Truth? Probably somewhere in middle. Project Heal exists. It's real initiative, but also serves purpose. Rebranding, image repair, public relations, safety pauses, they happen, but they're also strategic, showing he's changed, showing he's learned. Question is, has he actually changed or just better PR? Because here's the thing about rebrands. They work. Public memory is short. Fans want to move on, music industry wants him back. And Travis, he's giving them version of themselves they can accept. Whether it's real or not almost doesn't matter anymore. Spectacle continues, just with new packaging. But what does honest actually look like? So what's honest truth about Travis Scott? Here it is. He's not criminally guilty. Grand jury said so. No indictment. No charges. Legally, he's clear. But 10 people still died. Hundreds were still injured. That's also true. Both things exist at same time. He's not villain, but he's not victim either. He's person who built brand on chaos, who encouraged dangerous behavior, who had warnings, multiple warnings, and kept doing it anyway until something catastrophic happened. But he's also not solely responsible. Live Nation organized event NRG Park hosted it. Security failed. Medical response delayed. Crowd capacity mismanaged. This was systems failure, not one person's fault. But here's what we can't ignore. Spectacle culture that created Astroworld, still here, bigger than ever. Concerts getting larger, crowds getting wilder. Pressure to create viral moments is intense, and nobody really learned lesson. Travis is touring again, making millions. Industry moved on. Fans moved on. But families of those 10 people, they didn't get to move on. Their lives changed forever, while everyone else just kept going. So what does honest look like? It looks like holding multiple truths at once. Travis Scott isn't guilty in court, but he's not innocent in broader sense either. System failed catastrophically, but individuals made choices too. Money was paid in settlements, but justice, that's still debatable. Maybe real question isn't whether Travis Scott is guilty, it's whether system that built him is the one that profits from chaos, that rewards spectacle over safety, that turns danger into content, into branding, into money, until it goes too far. And by then, it's always too late.